Hi everybody, and welcome to our fireside heads up or whatever we want to. Let's see, for the week of, forgot to check, so I'm going to look right now. But we're looking at Monday through Sunday. So we're looking at, let's see, 9/11, Patriot Day. Happy Patriot Day, everybody in the U.S. So Monday, September 11th through Sunday, September 17th. Sunday, September 17th, coincidentally, is the date of the next virtual message circle. What that means is that if you are available and so inclined, you can join us from the comfort of your own home online via Zoom, 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock p.m. We will have a guided meditation. I will be giving a individualized reading to each participant, and we will have an optional Q&A at the end. And what I mean by optional is that you can participate if you want to. You can also just listen. You can also hop off a little early if that kind of thing just isn't your thing. So that's what's going on this week. I hope everyone's having a really good first week of, like, I like to call it calendar fall, because like school starts and everything. Now for our Oracle card heads up this week, we're actually looking at 3 cards from 2 decks by the same author, which I think is pretty cool. In fact, these are the only 2 decks I happen to have by this author, Stephen Farmer. So we actually have 2 cards from the Messages from Your, that's a long title for a card deck, Messages from Your Animal Spirit Guides Oracle cards, Stephen Farmer. And then we've also got 1 card from our Power Animal Oracle cards, also by Stephen Farmer. And what I like to point out, because there is a different energy with each of these, I mean, they all work together. Our animal spirit guides all work together, but sometimes I get this question, like, is there a difference, say, between an animal guide and a power animal? Yes and no. Sometimes they overlap, but like this deck, and we've only got 1 card from this deck, the power animals are the animals that push you to do the hard things. The power animals actually call on you to lean into your shadow side even if you don't want to. Sometimes we need to call up our shadow side with our light side to achieve our life's tasks and our life purpose. As tough as that can be to do. Now, the animal spirit guides, yes, they do that. Yeah, they push you a bit, but they comfort, they show you the way, they make life easier for you. You could say that the animal spirit guides make life easier for you now. The power animals push you to do what's hard now so things are easy later. So you might think of it that way. So without any further ado, I want to show you the cards, and what I want you to do is tune into your own intuition, see what you feel, notice if any thoughts pop into your head, notice if you feel the presence of any of your angels or animals, because animals are spirit guides, even your pets. As I hold these cards up, notice if your pets show any really cool little quirks or any little behaviors. So here's card number 1. Are you drawn to card number 1? Here is card number 2. Are you drawn to card number 2? Finally, here is card number 3. Are you drawn to card number 3? So while I'm giving you a moment to just kind of feel into that, again, I just want to mention that the date of the very next message circle is Sunday, September 17th, a week from today. If you're seeing this in real time or the same week, there are still spots available. HeatherLColeman.com if you want to register, or just send me a DM through Facebook. Find me on Facebook. Now, I also want to say before we get to the cards that if you're watching this live, awesome. If you're watching the Facebook replay, awesome. If you're on YouTube either this week, September 10th through 17th, or maybe afterward, just know that this video is finding you exactly when you need it, whether you're live or not, whether this could be months, this could be years from now. It's still exactly what your spirit guides know that you need to hear right now. So just have faith in that. I like to tell people that sometimes I end up going back to videos I watched years ago and I'm like, oh wow, that meant something for me then, it means something now. All right, guys, card number one from our Messages from Your Animal Spirit Guides deck by Stephen Farmer. We've got the grouse, which as my understanding, is not a commonly known animal. But we can see it's sort of like a bird, almost like a pigeon, pheasant type of body. And I love the message on this because those of you that know me know that I'm a lifelong swing dancer. So of course, I'm going to love this message. Maybe this card is for me, right? Express yourself through rhythm and movement by drumming and dancing. The drumming part, guys, could just be on your steering wheel while you're driving with the if you're stopped. It could just be on your kitchen table. Maybe you have a hand drum at home, or maybe you have a different musical instrument. But my attention is being flagged to the word drumming because drumming is rhythm. The drum is the rhythm and the pacing and the cadence of a song or of a band, performance, troupe. Shamanic drumming, if you can find some on YouTube. If you're having trouble sleeping at night, turn on some shamanic drumming. It's very calming and will help regulate your body system paces if you need to slow down. So keep this in mind. Dancing, you do not have to dance well. You don't have to be a lifelong swing dancer. Maybe you just turn on some music at home, no one's around, and you just dance literally as if no one's watching. But your guides this week, card number one people, are really encouraging you to find a rhythm in some way. Connect with rhythm, whether that's hand drumming, moving to music, going to a fitness class that is very dancing based. That's what everyone says about my work as a fitness professional. Heather, everything you do is so dancing. And I'm like, well, yeah, exactly. All right, guys. Oh, one more thing, which we're going to grab from the guidebook because this animal hasn't come up too much before. Okay. Fascinating. So what this talks about, our first experience of life in a physical body, is rhythm and movement because we're in the womb. So when we're pre-birth, we can feel the vibrations of our mother's heartbeat, the pulsing of the breathing, the amniotic fluids. So we experience rhythm as the first thing in life. Now, so often a part of our human experience is to create our own rhythm, literally march to our own drummer. That is one of the reasons that we're being encouraged to do this, right? So really fully owning our independence and being our own person. Amazing message. Card number two from that same deck. Camel. The camel, very different energy, you might notice right away with this card. The message on the card says, trust that you have the resources to get through the challenges before you. Camels store water for a long time, and this animal may not necessarily be conscious of why they are drinking so much water, storing it in the hump. The animal, especially as a young animal, may be watching its parents or other camels around it doing this and just do it, not knowing why. And then the camel goes through the desert for a long time and can call on those resources. The camel didn't even know why it was doing this. The message, card number two, people, this is you. You have been amassing the resources, the water, the figurative water. You do have the resources to get through the challenges that are before you right now. So stop telling yourself that you can't. Start reminding yourself of every good gosh darn reason that you can. That is the message. And it's coming through so strong. I don't know if you can feel that. It's really strong. You are the camel. You have amassed the resources. Have more faith in yourself. Okay? Very powerful message. Let's move on to card number three. And I can feel that energy really increasing. Again, because now we're in the card deck of power animals. The whale. Soul's path. It says on this, soul's path. The message written here is honor your soul's purpose. So whales don't always move super fast. again, this message that sometimes we know we're doing the right things. We don't always know why. The card number 3, people, if you're confused about where you need to be going next, get out of your head. We had that message earlier about rhythm, so that may apply to you. Maybe you're drawn to cards number 1 and 3. Your soul's purpose may be a windy road, may at times be a heavily currented ocean or river. Just know that what may appear to be the missteps are actually steps in the true and right direction. And it's very difficult at times not to resist that. But the whale is really coming through strongly this week to say, honor your soul's true purpose. You know, maybe you're doing what a lot of folks do, which is say, maybe I need to think responsibly and change careers. I was starting to do that, and I was like, ah. And then my work picked up, but things were slow over the summer, and I was like, maybe I should get a job, like anything other than the jobs I already have. And I was like, and I was thinking about getting a job that I wouldn't necessarily love. No, all right. If that's been you, your whale is saying that you need to follow your heart, because when you follow your heart, you are honoring your soul's purpose when it comes to your work and your pastimes. Now, when it comes to relationships, following your heart can be difficult if you are forgetting to honor your own heart first. So if you, card number 3, people, are struggling with a decision about a relationship, think of what is the most self-loving thing to do. Self-loving. Remember, that has to come first. Self-love. See what you need to do for that, and then see whether the loving thing is to stay with someone or not. You've been wrestling with this for quite a while. If this part resonates, why are you still wavering? Do you tend to waver when you make decisions? Come on. Your guides know exactly. Of course you do. Card number 3, people, if this message about a relationship resonates, what are you waiting for? Staying with someone that doesn't help you to be your best most of the time. Maybe not every single day, but most of the time. Really, where is that bringing you? Is that bringing you on your life path? Come on. Okay. All right, we're done with that. So, everybody, thank you so much for being here with me this week. I hope this has brought you some clarity and insight. As always, if you're feeling like it's time for a reading or an energy work or Reiki session, reach out to me. Direct message over Facebook. Comment on this video. HeatherLColeman.com. You can register for the message circle and/or message me directly right through there. Much peace, much love, and namaste.